coach, and that's going to be Brenton Strange, the tight end from Jacksonville. He's kind of coming into his own. Evan Ingram's out. We've got Trevor Lawrence, who's, should step into that starting role, and, this is the year to prove it. He's got a new coach in Coen who, helped make Kate Otton's career in Tampa Bay. So, Coach, let me kick it to you. Is Brenton Strange a buy or a sell for you?
Oh, yeah, man. I am buying Brenton Strange everywhere I can. I have talked about Brenton Strange to Matt over and over and over again. Like, I really like this guy. No Evan Engram. Trevor Lawrence has shown time and time again in the past that he loves throwing the ball to tight ends. His new tight end, Brenton Strange, his role is going to increase significantly. The GM has been raving about him. Coen was on radio the other day raving about him. This guy is going to do a lot of big things, I think, in Jacksonville. I think his quote was, Brenton Strange will have a role in this offense in ways we haven't seen yet. The GM raved about his blocking and his unwillingness to go down when he gets the ball in his hands. Even when he came out of Penn State, this was a guy whose combine numbers weren't through the roof. He ended up going on day 2 still, I believe. At the same time, the guy's just a football player. Like, Brenton Strange can play. He's going to get his opportunity. Like you said, Coen made Kate Otten last year, and I really think Strange is going to have the same type of impact in Jacksonville this year.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, getting the credit of not only his coach but the GM is certainly interesting. Now, Jacksonville's in a position where, they could take a guy like Tyler Warren 5th overall, but I don't think that's going to happen. If Strange is their guy, then he's somebody we should be getting in fantasy football. And he's also really cheap. He's not going to cost you a ton. You can go send a random third and probably go and get him. I mean, he's only 24. He's got the backing of the GM, backing of the coach. Trevor Lawrence has a history of throwing to the tight end. He's absolutely something you should try and get on your team. Coach, I as much as we hate on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense, there's fantasy value there right now. There just is.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm a little frustrated at myself over the Brenton Strange thing because I should have been making offers for him sooner. His price tag's gone up a little bit. Like, at the end of the year, everybody should have been offering thirds for this guy if they could. Now I'd say probably it's going to take somewhere in a second to go get Brenton Strange. But still, again, like mid-seconds, late seconds, offer those things up for Brenton Strange because there's not players out there that are going to produce more for you, I don't think, than he is.
Yeah, and when we look what opportunity he had this past season, obviously Evan Engram had some injuries, so he missed some time. When Strange played more than 80% of the snaps, he scored double-digit points both weeks. So 2 times. In the weeks where he played more than 70% of the snaps, he averaged almost 9 points per game. That's pretty good, given a guy who didn't necessarily have the full runway to go out there and be the full-time tight end. So if we give him the opportunity to really go out there and have a full offseason with Trevor Lawrence and be the guy, I think that matters. And I think he's going to be a guy that's going to have fantasy production. I mean, where he's sitting right now, he's akin to like the tight end 20 overall. He's absolutely much than a lot of those names. Would you rather have Chiga Okonkwo or Brenton Strange?
Oh, Brenton Strange, without a doubt.
Yeah. Would you rather have Michael Mayer or Brenton Strange?
Strange, not even close.
These are names that are ahead of him right now. So I think there's value out there to go and get him. Coach and I don't always align. We argue about a lot of things, but we're totally in agreement. Unless they draft someone with significant capital or meaningful capital, Brenton Strange is the guy. And he should be the one that we're going out and targeting because he's so cheap and he could absolutely develop into something that you use for your fantasy team or flip down the road.
And this offense is going to improve, guys. You got to remember that. Like, things were so bad in Jacksonville last year. The offense, Cohen's going to do a better job on offense. I do think this offense is going to improve significantly. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be a top 10 offense in the league. They're going to improve a lot. And if this offense is good, when Trevor Lawrence plays well, he's throwing the ball to his tight ends.
Yeah, totally agree. I think it couldn't be much worse than it was. I mean, obviously they had Mac Jones in there for a while, and things were just bad in Jacksonville, coaching-wise, ownership-wise with the GM and whether he's staying or going and doesn't have the backing. It was just a disaster all the way around. So they've got a clean slate, and I think Brenton Strange is going to be the guy that gets he's going to be the benefactor of that for the most part. But let's just